Hey, it's me, Kelsey. I'm back with a work in progress and finished product video, the one that I've been promising you guys. I finally have gotten around to filming. My son's been sick the last week or so, so I didn't really get to it as soon as I wanted, but here it is. Before I start, don't forget to like or subscribe or both if you like the videos I'm putting out, just so I know to keep doing certain kinds. And of course, I like knowing that people are out there who also are interested in the things I'm interested in. I did a ice yarns haul, and a couple of you were asking me to show you what I ended up making with those, and they're not finished, or it's not finished, but this is the first thing I've started with those yarns. It is going to be a mermaid blanket. So this is using that Picasso rainbow yarn and the what was it called? Magic Light in that purple. So it's 2 strands, the purple one and then the Picasso one together. So it says to use like a 10 millimeter hook to an 11.5 millimeter hook. And I go through my crochet hooks and pick one up and it says 10 on it, and I do like 6 inches, and it's like super, it's like half the size that the pattern says it should be. And I was like, I don't understand, what am I doing wrong? In my pregnancy brain, I had read the US hook sizes, so it was like a US hook size 10, not 10 millimeters. So I went on Amazon and I ordered a hook, and then I found a 10 millimeter in my Tunisian hooks, and I've been using that, which is actually kind of annoying because I'll be crocheting and then my son will come up and put this little bead in his mouth and start running off and try and yank the hook out. So my new hook arrived, but guess what? I'm just airheaded, and it's an 11.5. So I guess I'm making 2 of these, one for my nieces, and one's a little bit younger than the other one. So this purple one that I'm making will go to the younger one because it's made with 10 millimeter, and so it'll be a little smaller. And then I'll make the next one with the 11.5, and that will go to the older niece. That'll be the pink and rainbow one. So I'm about maybe a third of the way done with this. I've started decreasing, and it's going to be a mermaid tail blanket. And I'll post the patterns below for the ones that I can find. This one's called Rainbow Sparkle Mermaid by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. It's been exciting how quickly it's worked up. I've only been working on it like a day and a half, and in between my feverish child screaming for me. So there's this one, and that's what this rainbow knits up like, and it just looks kind of dark because the purple is also intertwined. So that's the only yarn from ice that I've started working with so far. The rest of these things I'm going to show you, the finished projects and the other works in progress, are all with yarn from Hobbii because I found them first. This is the first one. It's about halfway done. So here's this one. It's pretty big. I wanted it to be, it's a baby blanket, and I wanted it to be bigger than a receiving size, but this is halfway, and I was like, oh no, maybe I overshot the baby size blanket. But I just know I received a lot of receiving blankets, and I made myself a lot of them when I had my son, and they work great when they're in like a carrier or a car seat all the time, but after that he just didn't really have a use for them. They aren't big enough for him to even really be covered up with them now. So they're just sitting in his like toy bin, and occasionally he'll like throw one at the cat. So I wanted to make a bigger blanket that they could transition into when you're training your kid to sleep with a blanket. So this is all cotton. It's the Hobbii Rainbow Cotton in 8/4. So I ran out of yarn, and that's why I stopped it. I ordered the Hobbii, so it was a yarn kit. Not a yarn kit, it was a yarn pack. So I didn't pick these colors, I just picked the pack and then ran out. So I ordered the same pack, but instead of being an 8/4, it arrived an 8/8. So it was too thick and wouldn't work. So I then ordered another one, and instead of it being this with an 8/4, it was striped. And so that's not going to work. Well, I guess that could maybe work. But I kind of wanted it to go back to this blue at the other end and just be the same. So this one's kind of stalled until I figure out the yarn situation on that. And my next work in progress is one I've been talking about on my videos. The Hexagon baby blanket I'm making for my sister-in-law. And so all I really have to show you guys is a bunch of baggies full of Hexagons. So, oh, and a candy bar wrapper. Okay, so I've got all these different colors of gold and teal. So these were those cakes that I got from Hobbii, the Twirls cakes. And so I got one more cake to do, and it's white, black, gray, or white, gray, black. So, and then they'll be put together in kind of like a honeycomb type of thing. And I have no idea how many I've made. I wasn't really counting. I'm just going to lay it out, and if that's not enough, then I have to go buy another cake of them and make more. But this is what the Hexagons look like. That's the right side, actually. So I just made a butt ton of these little Hexagons. So hopefully it turns out. I bet it will. I'm pretty excited to see what will happen. My husband, he's like, oh my gosh, they're so little, you're never gonna have enough. And I was like, shut up. Don't tell me that. I'm going to have enough. So those are my works in progress. And then I was gonna show you some of my completed things that I've done that I haven't gifted away yet. This one's a receiving blanket. It's in that Hobbii, I'm pretty sure it's a Twirls. I tried to find the color, but I could not find it. And it's a pretty popular one. So it's the one that starts with pink in the middle and ends with this teal on the outside. But I could not find the cake of yarn that made this. But, excuse me, oh my gosh. But the pattern is on Hobbii, and it's free. It's a free pattern. Yeah, it's like a 30 by 30 blanket. Maybe, no, it's definitely like a 30 by 30. And then, so I just haven't had someone who I guess would want it because it's like got pink and blue in it. Maybe it'd be good for someone who doesn't know what they're having, like me. I don't know. People can get weird about colors with baby blanket. So there's that one. That took me about a month maybe to make. Just because sometimes it's like I only have a little window to crochet. So my son naps from 1 to 4, and so I only have that amount of time to like get a bunch of chores done and crochet, and then he goes to bed at 7:30, and then I do a bunch of chores and then crochet until I'm exhausted and go to sleep, or get distracted by my husband or a movie or something. So there's that blanket, and then these are some hats I made. I keep everything in plastic bags. I don't know why. It just makes it feel like it's safer and cleaner. It's probably bad that I do that. But so this one, these 3 hats are made with a pattern from Purl Soho. It's just their classic hat, and it's a free pattern. These are like the little kid size. So this one is merino wool, and I got it from Hobbii. So it's their Hobbii baby merino wool. These are knitted, not crocheted. So these I wouldn't wash. I made some in like their summer cloud ones, and my son's hat got into my laundry somehow, and I washed and dried it, and it still fits him. But it's not like a comfy beanie anymore. It's like a little skull cap now. So, well, it doesn't fit him now because he's way bigger, but in the wintertime it still fit him. So this is one I made in the merino wool. And then I had gotten a stone-washed cotton from them, and I got really excited because I just wanted to make something, and I was on like a hat bender. And so I haven't weaved the tail in yet, so I guess it's not a finished project. But I made this one in cotton. It's cute, maybe for fall, little pumpkin head. So this one's 100% cotton, and it's their stone-washed, Hobbii's stone-washed, it's the rainbow stone-wash. So, and then, so this is the rainbow stone-wash, and actually the one they have left is the one they only have 2 colors left in it, because it's being discontinued right now, I guess. And I have one of them. I made a hat out of it. So it's called Zesty Orange is the name of the yarn. Each of these took one little ball of yarn. And then the last one, they're all the same pattern, the Purl Soho pattern. But this one is a much thicker wool. I'm pretty sure it's like a wool cotton blend. They might have discontinued it. So those are my finished projects and works in progress. So I will be working on that mermaid blanket for now, and then when I finish that, I'll show you guys what they looked like, or what it ended up looking like. But it was nice talking to you guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will talk to you again soon. Take care.